The fall of the Western Roman Empire is one of the most significant events in human history. Although there were many causes, one of the most dramatic was the massive migration of Germanic tribes into Roman territories. They weren't just attacking a weakened Rome, they were fleeing a much larger threat, the Huns. Rome had never seen anyone like the Huns before. One legendary account about the Huns is their harsh lifestyle, which began in infancy. When a child was born, deep cuts were made on their face to build endurance against pain. Additionally, they practiced cranial deformation, causing their heads to take on an elongated shape over time. The Huns were actually connected to nomadic tribes from the east, linked with China. When the Great Wall was being constructed, these tribes were raiding China from the north. One of the largest of these tribes was the Xiongnu Confederation, which waged successful wars against the Han Dynasty and regularly demanded tribute from the Chinese. As the Xiongnu Confederation fought against the Han Dynasty, the Chinese began to stir conflicts within the tribes of the Confederation. Over time, this policy worked in favor of the Chinese, and the Xiongnu Confederation split into three parts. The southern Xiongnu became vassals of China, while the Sunbu Confederation was established in the east. The northern Xiongnu tribes were defeated by the Han Dynasty and their allies. As the northern Xiongnu tribes moved westward, they encountered nomadic peoples who spoke Iranian languages, such as the Sarmatians and Alans. These people were either destroyed or absorbed by the Xiongnu. By the time the Huns crossed the Volga River and moved westward in the 370s, they had already integrated with these groups and adopted the Iranian language. When the Huns crossed the Volga, they formed an alliance with the Alans and then defeated the Goths. This defeat triggered the mass migration of Germanic tribes towards Rome's borders. As the Huns attacked the Roman frontiers, the Roman Empire was forced to negotiate peace and employ the Huns as mercenaries in their army. In 406, the Huns successfully protected Italy from the Gothic invasion and often helped Rome keep the Germanic tribes in check. This cooperation continued until the Huns began launching broader attacks against Rome. In 434, Attila and his brother Bleda became joint rulers of the Huns. Their uncle Ruga had managed the Huns' relations with Rome, and the brothers continued this policy. However, rivalry between the two brothers ended with Bleda's hunting accident, leaving Attila as the sole ruler. Attila increased his aggression towards Rome, and the Eastern Roman Empire was forced to pay them a tribute of 200 pounds of gold annually. During negotiations with Rome, Attila openly insulted them. During this period, Attila brought the Huns to the peak of their power, creating an empire that rivaled Rome. At the height of his power, Attila received a ring from the sister of the Western Roman Emperor, proposing marriage. This proposal prompted Attila to launch an attack on Rome. In 451, Attila devastated Roman cities along the Rhine River. However, after the inconclusive battle of the Catalaunian plains, Attila retreated and planned a new offensive. Before he could attack Rome, the Pope met with Attila and pleaded with him not to attack the city. As a result, Attila did not assault Rome, although the reason remains debated. Attila died in 453, supposedly from a nosebleed on his wedding night. After his death, the Hunnic Empire quickly weakened.